option. I heard you loud and clear. Now I know I'm in my power, and you're not welcome back here. It goes 3, 2, 1. I was seeing through your mask, then I course corrected self. Your manipulative tactics you can play on someone else. What is up, besties? It's your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video. And this time we are covering P. Diddy again for the millionth time because they finally reached a verdict. And I think I can speak for most women when I say, what the fuck? You know what I mean? What the fuck? He was originally charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He was only found guilty of one of the 3. The bigger charges, he wasn't found guilty. And, you know, when the internet went crazy because every woman was saying they'd rather be in the woods with a bear than a man, this is exactly what we're talking about. It's a sad day. Women just, we're in danger and still bad convictions. So I want to take a look at why the jury didn't convict him of the bigger charges, why the judge only sentenced him to 4 years with, I believe it's 5 years of house arrest after the fact. So I guess we got at least 9 years of him not being allowed to be near women. But it feels rigged against us. Now, one thing that I'll say before I even get into this reading is when I was setting up to do this reading, I kept seeing Medusa, and I think that's her name, right? The one with the snakes on her head. And I kept seeing an arrow, and I saw Diddy as one of the snakes, and then I saw Medusa as a separate entity. So it's like, I had felt this in earlier readings. I think that he flipped on some people, which is why there might have been, yeah, I'm feeling it. There might have been stuff that they had against him, but because it was incriminating to bigger fish is what I'm hearing, that wasn't brought into the case. Like what I'm seeing is like, maybe it's FBI, one of the 3-letter alphabets, sitting down with him, and I feel like he snitched. I feel like they were like, we got bigger fish to fry. So I am getting that right away. But I want to see it in the cards as well. And I want to see why the jury decided what they did and the judge, and then we'll just kind of go from there. So as always, these are so alleged and for entertainment purposes only, and there are 0 facts here. Yeah, I split the deck in the Queen of Swords, which gives me like this methodical energy. So, and then with the book, what have we heard? Like Epstein book. I'm sure Diddy had his own book. So like, it just feels like there was bigger fish to fry. I want to take a look at that because what happened to all the evidence? You know what I mean? They had all these videos. They got into his house. There was so much there. And then we end up with 4 years. Why? So, as always, thank you to everyone that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you're new here, bestie, smash that subscribe button. You do not want to miss out. This was the highest ranked on the community post, so don't forget to always check the community post because you guys vote for the video that comes next. If you want to book a private reading with me, thekarmicdf.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I got old videos on there, but what do you guys think? Do you think this was rigged? I don't know. I just feel like this is just another lose for women, you know what I mean? But let's take a look. Why did Diddy get off so light? What does this mean for us? You know, I mean, what is he, in his 50s? So he can be free in his 60s? I mean, kind of reminds me a little bit of like Bill Cosby. Didn't he go to jail for a little bit and then he just kind of disappeared from the spotlight? So I'm kind of hoping that at the bare minimum, this man don't come back in his 60s with like another, I don't know, because he's got that sociopathy. So we'll take a look, but that's interesting. I don't usually let cards fly out, but the way that flew out, that's telling. But I want to know why did, like, we saw it in the beginning. It was looking like he could get life. And then it's almost like it was pulled away. More pulled away, more pulled away, not guilty, not guilty. And it's like, why the hell how did we get here? How did we get here? So hype this video if you enjoy it. And guys, we hit 9,000. I couldn't believe it. I'm so grateful to all of you. Thank you for being here. And let me know what you want in future videos so I can make a new poll. But all right, Spirit, what the hell happened? Where'd we go wrong? Why isn't he serving life? Look at how messy this deck is being. That's very interesting. All right. All alleged, no facts. Oh, he's a burden not worth having. Okay, why? Talking, okay. Queen of Cups, women. Cult in progress. Three of Pentacles. I'm telling you, they're going after bigger fish. There's more to this story that we're not hearing about. This would be like if he flipped on a CEO, someone that... It gives me like in the political hemisphere, like this feels like he snitched on people. This feels like he snitched. Because this is like, we can get him, but he's not the worst. Like, if we got to give him a jail sentence to prove that we're not complacent with what he's doing. So we have to give him something. This will suffice. But with the Temperance card, especially with two women on it, this is like there's talk that we're not seeing. So did he flip on people, Spirit? Like, what happened? Knight of Wands, aggressor. Vulnerabilities. This also feels like I'm showing my cards. Ten of Pentacles, money. This is like I'm a wheel in the cog. What, I don't remember what that saying is. I'm a wheel in the cog or something like I'm a cog in the machine. I don't. Why? Did he snitch? I'm thinking about my future. I'm thinking about moving forward. That Five of Wands always reminds me of like we're the same type of people, but we're hidden, especially in the reverse. Eight of Wands, obstacles. He's not the biggest fish. That's why. He's not the biggest fish. Especially him showing up as a knight. We want to go after the king, right? Or we want to go after the emperor, if you know tarot. He's not the biggest guy. And so it was like, I keep seeing evidence not making it to the trial. I don't think it was corruption. I think it was he signed a deal. I don't know if we'll ever find out about this, but this would be like, you know who I keep being drawn to? What the fuck is his name? I don't know if it's him or someone that's as high up as him. It's that guy. He's an Aries. Clint, what the fuck is his name? Cliff? The guy who runs Diddy. That's the vibe. There's more to this story. There's more that they're not telling us. Because what I'm seeing is like, and I've seen this before, and y'all told me that you heard about this. There's like an underground network that's going on, and he's just a part of it. He's what I'm seeing is like, they're showing me a bunch of like little fish and then a shark. And it's like, Diddy's not the shark. He's just one of many that benefited from it. And I feel like, it's almost like, you know how we can't get any information on Epstein? It's almost like Diddy strayed from the plan of like a big network. Like, there's someone that's higher up than him. I can feel it. Can we get information on who the higher up is? It's someone that's still involved in this operation. Again with the fucking light. There's never any... You know what, y'all? I'm sorry. Just, we do what we do. King of Pentacles. Here's the king. What did I just say? There's someone with a lot of money and a lot of power. And just like I was seeing in the earlier readings, I'm seeing like shredding of evidence. And I'm seeing like corruption. Like, this has got to be like, you know what's reminding me of is like a virus. You let it release into like a subway or something and it spreads throughout everyone, but there's got to be that initial starting point. It's like, well, who got Diddy involved in this? Who got Diddy to be as successful in this as he was? It could be an earth sign with the King of Pentacles, but this is someone that's got a lot of money, and I'm hearing offshore accounts. So it feels like they're trying to go after someone that's really hard to pin down. This is like I just heard I have the federales in my pocket. I have cops in my pocket. I got dirt on elected officials. And I saw this earlier too. Who is this? This is someone who moves smart. Look at all these kings coming out now. There's a network, I'm telling you, and Diddy's not the highest up. They knew that. This is almost giving me like, we knew this was coming. I almost feel like Epstein was a fall guy and Diddy's a fall guy, but there's someone above them that helps make this move, and they're not in the public eye. Because it's like, oh shit, we're being found out, so let's chop the head off of the snake, send them somebody so that we can... Honestly, I know this sounds so woo-woo and messy, but I feel like this shit's still going on. We still have sex. I'm in traffic. It's still going on. It's almost like there's this like black site, like offshore. Their money's in like the Cayman Islands. You can't catch them. And so every time they almost get caught, they throw someone else to the wolves. It's like, Diddy got sloppy, so let's make sure he gets caught so they don't focus on us. And I feel like the government, like maybe one of the 3-letter of the alphabet agencies, they know about this. So it's like, you know how you play whack-a-mole and you're like trying to get them all, or like Pokemon? Like, it feels like that. It's like, okay,
got Epstein, got Diddy. We're trying to catch them all so that it slows down because we can't get the head guy. This is insane. The past and children as well. This is like throwing people that I've been working with out to dry. So it's like, I helped Diddy become a monster. He got sloppy. We're throwing him to the wolves because we can't get caught. There's so much more to this story, and I don't know that we'll ever find out, because whoever this is, they're very smart. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of people in their pockets, and they got dirt. It's giving me like, didn't they say like Epstein had a lot of dirt on people, which is why no one flipped on him? It's kind of giving me that. It's like, you can't get me because I have a video of your cop doing this. And it's like, it's almost like it's a virus that's like in our system. It's in police. It's in, this would be like if FBI is doing research on this, they're keeping it hush hush because they don't even, it's giving me like there's a mole everywhere. There's a mole in the CIA. There's a mole in the FBI, and everyone, because think about it, right? I'm being drawn to like, cops don't make a fuck ton of money. So what do we know they do? They end up like doing a favor here and there. I'll give you the license plate of this guy and you throw me a few grand. Like, corruption's everywhere. That's the vibe. So, all right, why did, I don't know what to tell y'all because I don't know who this is. Could be an earth sign, could be an air sign. I don't know that we'll ever find out about this. It's just like the healthy police are doing the best they can with the information that they have, but there's only so much they can do because it feels like it's really, really high up. It's like, this is an example. It's not the truth. This would be like if everybody in the UN was involved. So it's like, how are you going to attack the whole UN? You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, we'll throw you a celebrity. That's fine. It'll hit the news. You'll think that the problem of sex is over when in reality it's still going on. Because I'm being drawn to how there's like so many missing people. And I'm being drawn to like, didn't Amy Bradley go missing on like a boat or something like that? This feels like it's everywhere. And it's a network of people. So Diddy's a small fish. So a lot of the shit that Diddy knew didn't even make it into the court because he was snitching on people. So there was more evidence that was had, but it's like, I think he took a preemptive deal where it's like, I'll throw you this name, I'll throw you that name, this cop's crooked, this politician's crooked. And then he kind of just thought, I'm going to get away with it because I flipped, I snitched. So honestly, I still have a worry. Well, not a worry. Good. No offense. Nah. But I just keep seeing a wanted poster with Diddy's face on it. You know, like Epstein didn't. He's got to be careful. And I think that's why he cried too. Hold up real quick. How does Diddy feel about this? This is like, you lied. Oh my God. You lied to me. He feels like he was slighted. He thought he was going to get away scot-free because he flipped. It's like I flipped on my brothers, the people that were doing the wrong, because there's a head honcho. Page of Cups. I do think that the crying was an act. I don't think he can feel much of anything. They're drawing me to an episode of Law and Order where there was this child that was a sociopath and he would fake crying because he knew that was what's expected of him. But I don't think he feels much of anything, to be honest. He's more so angry because it's like, you lied. You told me I'd get off. He was under the impression he'd get off scot-free. He's pissed. Like, that's an energy he feels. Sad. I wouldn't say sad. More like, how dare you? You're going to crumble my empire. Yeah, it's giving me the, what's that lyric? Fuck with my money, might as well spit in my food. So he is pissed about that. And he also feels like, how dare you jail me? There's that very grandiose sense of self. This was a bad investment. I did what I had to do for you guys. You didn't hold up your end of the bargain. That's how he feels. I'm telling you, he flipped on people. This would be like, I don't know why, if this is literal, but this, I'm being drawn to like Bill Clinton. Like maybe Bill Clinton's one of the people that was on the videos and he flipped on him. Because I'm hearing dead drop. I'm hearing the words dead drop. And I'm being drawn to like, I wonder, you know how they have, oh my God, what's it called? I'm channeling spirit help. The places that you could put your stuff if you don't have enough storage facility. I feel like he had other stuff hidden where it was like either, it was under a pseudonym or something like that. So he had bargaining chips. And I saw that earlier. And it's like, I took a chance and I told on these people, you're supposed to get me out so that I'm safe. Now I'm going to be in jail. And I'm seeing like all the shows ever of crime shows where like someone gets stabbed with like the end of a toothbrush. So there are people that are like if he even thinks about snitching, go for him. So I do think Diddy is in danger as long as he's in jail. That's one thing I'll say. I can't stop hearing that song. You lied to me. He's almost like, I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have trusted the feds. I know better than than to trust the feds. I knew you guys were lying. I knew you didn't have my back. I feel dumb. I gave you what you asked for. You didn't give it back to me. I showed you the shit I didn't have to show you. It's very, woe is me. I helped you by showing you bigger fish, and this is what you're going to do. Why do I keep seeing Bill Clinton? Is that to get me to see that it's political? There's something with political figures that are in this. I know you guys are thinking Trump. I don't feel Trump. I feel like Trump's too stupid. Listen, that man can't even hold a teleprompter speech. Like, come on. Did y'all hear about him trying to pronounce acetaminophen? Oh, my God. It's not Trump. It's someone high up there. Yeah, I'm hearing a song. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. And you can stay stuck. Diddy, please? Yeah, it's like you gave me an opportunity. I scratch your back. You scratch mine. We were both being methodical about it. I saw that earlier in the beginning. It's just, oh my God, the arrogance on this. It's like, I have a family. How are you going to do this to a family man? But it's just very shallow. I'm telling you, who is that? There's more than one person. That's the problem. It's hard for me to like figure out who it is because there's more than one person. But that guy that's an Aries that I've mentioned in other readings, if you're new here, I have a whole P. Diddy playlist. This went to shit real fast. It was like he was serving life and then it was all like being slowly pulled away. It's because he flipped on people. That's why. What is his name? I can't. You guys tell me in the comments. You guys know. The guy, the white old guy, he's an Aries. We brought it up in previous readings. I want to say like Cliff or something like that. It's like his manager or something like that. I think he flipped on him. But he also flipped on people that are really high up there. Look at how this guy is controlling the world. So this could be like CEOs. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Diddy, please. He's also pissed that he can't manipulate women. And I do think that he is blaming, is it Sierra? It's not. Cassie. Because he doesn't know where to put his anger. He's mad at everyone and everything. He's not sad. That's one thing I'm going to tell you. That crying that he had, that was fake. Liza Minnelli. Mentirosa. Liar. But he's scared. That's one thing I'll say. I mean, the tears, if it was fear tears, then maybe. Because now it's like, they know I flipped on them. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not telling us that he's very protected while he's in jail. Like, he might be, you know, in Gen Pop or whatever they give for celebrities, but they know that there's a target on his back. And it's like, we do have to at least honor that part of keeping him safe. So there's like a 50-50 shot that if whoever is in control can, they'll get him. Yeah, I'm hearing one way or another, I'm going to find you, I'm going to get you. So if those tears were real, it's really because he's afraid he's going to die in jail. Because he knows they're out to get. That's the only thing I can explain. So why did the jury not give him a harder sentence? Why did they keep finding him not guilty? Heartbreak. Issues with the details. I think they wanted to get him guilty, but it's reminding me of like, if it, like OJ, like if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. There's this energy here of like, there is reasonable doubt. It's small, but it's there, and we have to do our honor by sticking to the facts. So for them, it was like, we want to throw the book at him, but there's not enough evidence other than our emotions, and that's not enough to put someone in jail forever. Because they were sickened by him. They were. Yeah, it's like, we know that you use your business to hurt women. We know that. But what is racketeering? Leading a criminal enterprise that engaged in illegal activities, including sex trafficking, forced labor, and bribery. For some reason, they feel like the defense, whoever was anti-Diddy, they didn't do a good enough job proving it. It's like he had a really good lawyer. That's the vibe. So it's like, we want to get him on something. You know how it's like you're desperate to get him on one thing. So it's like, well, we can prove that he was transporting people in prostitution. There's definite evidence of that. But then it's also like, well, we want to get him for abusing women, but that's not one of the charges. And we want to get him for other things, but it's not one of the charges. It's like they felt that his character isn't a law-abiding reason to put him in jail forever. A lose for women, per usual. Yeah, it's like just because he puts his dick everywhere, that's not what he's being charged with. And it just feels like we don't have enough evidence. There's something with like, I feel like I'm confusing the two. Is the prosecutor the guy for Diddy? No, the defendant is Diddy. Okay, so the prosecutor didn't have enough proof to really like nail him to the cross is what I'm hearing. It's like the defendant, the lawyer was really good at what he did. I mean, think about it. He's what, a billionaire? So he's going to get the best defense. So it's kind of like, I just keep hearing like those themes in TV shows where it's like, if you have an ounce of doubt, you have to commit not guilty. And so for them, it was like, well, we know he's a horrible human being. We know he does dirt like this, but there is reasonable doubt. A little bit more on the jury, please. I'm telling you, there's at least one person on the jury that likes Diddy. And I've seen that in prior readings. There's at least one person that's like, I like Diddy. And there was another one that felt like women take advantage of rich men. But it felt like a projection, like I've been taken advantage of by women. So you had at least one juror that was never going to convict him of higher sentences. Because I see a man being like, all women want are our money. And they take advantage of us. And they didn't feel like Cassie and Jane Doe and all those other, they didn't feel like they were real victims. So you had at least one or two people on the jury that were like, they're just going after him because he's rich and famous. And it's almost giving me like, I can't think because I'm channeling. Like, you wanted it. What did you expect? You knew he was abusive. You still stayed by him. There was one, because I'm being drawn to it again. Wasn't there one woman who was a victim, but he was still paying her bills? So that was one thing that they got hung up on as well. It's like, you wanted his fame. You knew you could leave and you didn't. Like blaming Cassie, like, you're rich. You could have walked away. Why didn't you walk away? So there's a lot of women blaming from at least two of the jurors. Yeah, it's like, if you were so worried about your life, why didn't you leave? If you thought you were going to die, if you thought he was going to kill you, why'd you keep going back? Yeah, I'm hearing the song. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. But I think, unfortunately, some people don't understand Stockholm. They also don't understand what it's like, especially if you're a man, no offense, men, where it's kind of scary to walk away from someone who's abusive because you don't know. It's reminded me of this episode of Grimm where this woman was getting beaten by her husband, and so she ran to her friend's house because the husband was a cop. So it's like, if you don't have those type of people in your pocket, you're more likely to stay. So there's definitely a lot of victim blaming. Yeah, it's like, if you were so terrified, why are you only bringing this up now? You just want the fame. You just want to put him in jail because he doesn't want to be with you anymore. Jesus. Yeah, it's Cassie. And then the other women too. It's like, oh, you didn't mind where his money was going before. You weren't thinking about it before. Why all of a sudden? Why did it take you so long to speak up, Cassie? Like, that's fucking disgusting. Sorry. Yeah, why expose him now? Is it because he's not your man anymore? You just want to be on top again. I think they thought that there's at least two jury members, two that are men, that were like, you've fallen off. You're not as important anymore. So of course you go after him. This is disgusting. What the fuck, dude? But I'm telling you, there's at least one person that was a fan of Diddy that was on the jury. So why did the judge pick what he picked? I have to meet him in the middle. I want to throw the book at him. Wait, why is the two... Hold on, because that's an exchange. Rejection. Here's Diddy. No, did he? Okay, maybe not. Hold on. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Okay, I don't think they'll ever admit this. I think the judge is afraid of Diddy. I'm going to be honest. I think he's afraid of Diddy. Because this gives me the vibe of like, I got to hit him with something because what I've seen is despicable and I hate this and you're a horrible human being and you need to learn your lesson. But at the same time, you got a lot of money. Yeah, I'm hearing the song I Got Friends in Low Places. And I need to do something that proves that I'm not tainted, but also something that's not so bad that I become one of his next targets. What the fuck? This case was doomed from the start. Between having bigger fish to fry, between the jury being tainted, between the judge being scared of Diddy, then why do you do this job, bro? Give me more on the judge, please. What is this fear I feel towards Diddy? Or this exchange? Tell me more about that. 6 of Wands. Side note, he did want to be praised for giving him some time. So it was like, well, I got to give him something because I know that the people want this. And I want to be looked at as like doing a good job. I roll. The judge, please. This is like, I don't want to have to fear for my life too. Because I know that there's more people involved in this. So it's like I have to find a healthy medium. Where the people don't hate me. Because I gave him some sentencing. But I can't give him too much because he's got friends. So I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. This is... I wonder if someone intimidated him. I don't know if it was a direct threat. But with that Page of Wands, it reminds me of aggression. It could be as simple as like Diddy was staring at him too much and it gave him the creeps. I mean, you ever been stared at by a sociopath? They have very empty eyes. And it's very intimidating. So I do think that he was intimidated. Was the intimidation, say that 5 times fast. Was the intimidation intentional? No. Okay. So I think he was a little bitch. I think he was afraid of Diddy and his connections. Sabotage. This is like, I'm not going down. I know how this man works. I know it's more corrupt than what they're showing us. And I'm not going to throw the book at him so he can get one of his little lackeys. What is the word? Say it again. Lackeys. One of his lackeys to come after me. It's not worth it. So I think he was trying to make everybody happy. This man was scared. And honestly, I guess I could feel a little for him. He was scared. So I guess we'll end this with, what can we expect from Diddy when this is all over? I think because the internet cancels people nowadays, the odds of him getting back into the spotlight, I feel like he's definitely going to try to have a comeback. But this is giving me like he might raise up his kids. Like maybe he'll put his boys in the spotlight or something. I do think that if he gets the opportunity to abuse women, he's going to go for it and do it again. Because look at all the women that were going, free Diddy, free Diddy. So for him, it's like he's learned nothing. One thing I'll tell you, he's learned fucking nothing. Are people fucking sending him letters or are they going to? Because this is like people are still praising me. So when I get out, I'm going to just take advantage of that. I mean, it might not be right away with the house arrest, but this is giving me like, if he's got fans, he'll just invite them over to the house and he'll do what he can do. This is the type where he's going to get out of jail and he'll have a girlfriend like that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he has a girlfriend while he's in jail. Like, it gives me like he's going to have pen pals and shit. Women, what the fuck? Please heal your daddy wounds. Please, if you ever wonder why you're in unhealthy relationships, why you settle for less than you deserve, it's because you need to heal that daddy wound, that abandonment wound, that wound of why am I not enough. You're the one that needs to save yourself because this is how this shit happens. You don't feel like you're enough. So if you become the pick-me and then you can change him, which will never fucking happen, by the way, then you feel like you're enough. So there's women that are into him. So for him, it's like, I'm just going to ride my sentence. Pray to God no one shanks me in jail. And then when I'm out, I'll help my kids back into stardom if I can make it. Like, this is giving me, like, because he's got a lot of money. I don't know how much he lost because of this, but I do think he's going to try to put himself back out there. So it's going to be up to we, the people, to not let this shit go. Just like y'all been real hard on Blake Lively, and she's been disappeared, you know. We got to do the same thing because Diddy is so full of himself that I'm seeing, like, a comeback album. Yeah, because what's that song? Locked up, they won't let me out. I feel like he's thinking of new music right as we speak. This man, the delusion, if anything else. Wow. Lovers, I'm telling you, he's talking to women as we speak. I don't know if he's allowed to write letters or something like that, but if he's not literally talking to women, he knows that women still want him. So There's been no lesson learned here. Tangible. He's going to make new music. You know the saddest part about this? This sounds so fucked. And please, please forgive me for saying this. The music he's going to write is going to be really fucking good. That's what it's going to be good. And if you don't care, he's going to, oh my God, he's going to make a comeback. Wow, this changed so much. See, this is why, let me defend a lot of tarot readers when they get things wrong. You're dealing with the free will of a lot of people, right? We had the free will of all the jury members. We had the free will of the judge. We had the free will of all the police that were involved in this. So things can change. That's why I try to go with percentages instead of being straight up like, this is what's going to happen, because you can't predict it. But right now he's thinking about comeback music. And I think he's writing in the jail cell. Like, this is like, he's going to come out with a banger when he gets out. I can't get that song, Locked Up, They Won't Let Me Out. Like, he's going to be inspired by being locked up. This is like, he's going to have an album when he comes out. This man is not, unless you force him out of the spotlight, he's not giving up. This son of a bitch. Yeah, he's learned nothing. He's so cold. He's just like, this will make me more money. Women are still worshiping me. So if y'all don't want him to come back, it's going to be we the people that have to cancel him. Because this is like, I'm 60 and I'm making new music. Jesus fucking. Yeah, he's going to play to the vulnerabilities of like, this is what I went through in jail. It's reminding me of, oh, who was it? Is it Kanye or is it 50? Who was the one that, I think it's Kanye, where it's like he had his jaw wired shut. He's going to turn lemons into lemonade. He's thinking about writing an album. I wouldn't even be shocked if he gets that shit out while he's in jail. Or at least while he's in house arrest. This man's thinking about making a comeback album. This is like, so I ensure more money. And I ensure that women still worship me. So I can just keep doing exactly what the fuck I'm going to do. This is so fucked up. Hold on. Now I'm invested. Is he going to drop an album? What's going on? He's writing. Or he's thinking about writing. Or he will write when he gets out. It's one of the three. Yeah. And I wouldn't be shocked if Usher's fucking featured on it. With the Knight of Swords there. Because Usher is like giving me secret ride or die. Like, I think, I've been real hard on Usher. I think he's a little Stockholmed, so I'll give him that, but still. This is like, let me think of people that will still work with me. Oh my God. Yeah, because I keep being drawn to like featuring. Like, I think he's talking to people that are still in cahoots with him. Like, let's make a comeback album. We're going to round 2. Like, this man, oh my God. About how women put him in difficult positions and how it's women's fault. This wouldn't have happened if they didn't. Oh my God, he's really going to come out with an album. And the thing that sucks the most is I really think it's going to be a banger. It's going to be so fucked up morally. I would just say, allegedly, this is alleged. If you're interested in listening to the music that ends up coming out, this is a thought right now. This is not a definite. Page of Pentacles is like, we're starting something that doesn't mean anything. I have a lot of music that I've written that I've yet to do anything with. So it's not a definite, but if he does end up writing music, just make sure that you listen to it in a way where he doesn't make money. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I mean? Because I understand that art's still good. Like I love I Need a Girl and he's in it, but I have it where he's not getting paid for me listening to it. And I'm going to leave it at that. So, but this is like writing music about his stint in jail, writing music about how women are the reason he got very victim mentality. Turning lemons into lemonade. You son of a bitch. This is giving me like Eminem, I'm cleaning out my closet, like quite literally. Like I'm going to tell you what I went through, but like, you know how they say history is written by the winners, not necessarily who should have won, not necessarily the good guy. So he's going to write his own like bullshit story. Of like, women always tried me, but I got back. It's giving me Cardi. Knocked me down 9 times, but I get up 10. This guy is fucking Delulu if nothing else. Right now, it's a thought. And one thing I'll say is like, if he needs support, there's a lot of people that won't support him. So he's already trying to make moves right now of like, who still got my back? I feel like Usher might be one of them. Because Usher just feels like an opportunist. I wouldn't be shocked if they come out with another banger because they were both in I Need a Girl, right? But he's thinking of new ways to make himself valuable in the spotlight as we speak. This guy, oh my God. Yeah, I don't know, you know. Walking away. I just keep hearing making lemons out of lemon, making lemonade out of whatever the fucking saying is. I'm going to do my stint, be alone, turn it into like a creative endeavor, talk shit about the women. I wouldn't be shocked if he does a diss track about Cassie. Wouldn't be shocked. I don't think he's going to go after Cassie, though. I think he's like, I got bigger fish to fry. I got people to worry about. I think there's people that are gunning for him. I think he is worried about that. I think like when he gets back out, he might increase security because he knows that he flipped. Because notice how this house is like on a hill and it'd be really hard to get there. Because it's like there's people that want to go after him. But he knows that there's people that are just like him that he's got dirt on. So it's like, I'll use that to my benefit. Don't be surprised if we get an album. Don't be surprised if we get at least a single. I don't know what he's allowed to do in jail. That's why I can't tell if it's while he's in jail or when he gets out. But this is like, he's going to make an album. And I'm going to be honest. I hate to say it. It's going to be good. It is. I know that's fucked. But it gives me like, y'all ever listen to I Need a Girl? That song's a fucking banger. I think that, unfortunately, two things can be true at the same time. You could be a monster, like him, R. Kelly, but still be talented. And I think because there's people that just want to ride for him and blame the women, he might have a second coming up. But the thing is, there's a lot of people that still hate his guts, and there are people that are gunning for him. So between those two, he will never be as successful as he was. But don't be surprised if he comes back into the spotlight to some extent. This is like, he's not going to be invited to the Grammys. He won't be invited to win an award. He's never going to win an award. None of that shit's ever going to happen. But he's got friends that are still connected. So it's like, didn't he have his own record label? So it's like he put out his own music. That the rules don't apply to him in this man's mind. He's fucking warped. It's like, I feel like I'm upside down in his energy. Like, it don't make no sense. I'm the victim. These women are just haters. But you're going to make me good music while I do my time. Try to stay safe. I'll get out. I'll get another bitch. Prove that I was never the problem because women love me. Yeah, what is that song? Something love me. Girls adore me. He's coming out with music, y'all. Wow. Yeah. I don't know what to do with that. So y'all let me know. What did you guys think? Let me know if you made it till the end. If you did, put like something that represents music, like a cassette, if they have that option, or a CD or something. Let me know if you made it till the end. What do you think about this? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't like him. Obviously, as a woman, I'd be shocked if anyone, well, if you're traumatized, you're going to like him. But I'm a little curious to hear this music because I really do think it's going to be good. I hate to say it. I really do. I hate to say it, but when you go through some shit, you write some banger music. I mean, think about Eminem when he was first on the scene, right? He was in a lot of pain. He had a mom, victim of Munchausen syndrome, a wife, trauma, drugs, all of that. That makes for really good creative music. And I just feel like Diddy's going to write some bangers. And I wouldn't be shocked if like Usher teams up with him. But the one thing we got on our side is the public hates him. So if we decide not to let him win on anything, this is reminding me a lot of like, I know this is left field, but if you've heard of the YouTuber Eugenia Cooney, we're all watching her die in real time because she has anorexia and she's doing nothing about it. So everybody is trying to remove themselves so that she doesn't make money. But then there's other people that still fuel her fire by commenting on her videos, by saying, we hope you change, even though she's not going to change. It's the same type of vibe with Diddy. There's going to be people that are ride or dies that are not going to stop. But he's never going to be as big as he was. But I do think we're going to have an album. At least he's in the idea phase of it. He's writing, I'm going to tell you that, or he's going to be. That album's going to be a banger. He won't get to work with everybody. Like, there are definitely people that are like, I know I cannot be associated with him. I ain't afraid of him. Fuck out of here. Don't talk to me. But I do think he's got little people that he'll guilt trip if he has to, where it's like, I had a video on you, right? And I could have flipped. So the least you could do is feature in my song. We're going to get an album. Just don't pay for it. Allegedly. Just find a way to make sure no money goes to him. Allegedly. If you're going to listen to it. Because I'm a little curious, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think he's nuts? I mean, there's no repercussions really here. What are the repercussions? 4 years? Really? You think that's going to change someone like him? No. So yeah, let me know if you guys made it till the end of this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for helping me get to 9K. I appreciate y'all so much. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. I am on TikTok, though I don't use it. If you want to book a private reading with me, thekarmicdf.com. And yeah, let me know what you guys want to see in future videos, and let me know how you feel about this, because, ugh, I'm going to go outside now and ground because this man is delusional. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here, besties. Share it with your friends if you enjoyed. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Life's complicated, we all have our faults. The more we are separate, we close off our hearts. No vulnerability and we can't connect. Lean on our vices to try and forget that we're only human, we all want the same. Egos and pride differ when we're to blame. Now you're alone in tears asking God why. Imagine what happened if we simply tried.